Hi, welcome to this video, and this is going to be the last one in my series on DJing with Ableton Live and Push. If I have any more exciting ideas in the future, I may add to it, but for now this is going to be the last one. So, as I said in previous videos, this is not about teaching you how to DJ, so I'm not teaching you how to beat match and song choice and mixing in key and all that, because I ain't a DJ, so I ain't going to teach you that, but I know a bit about MIDI mapping and hardware and stuff, so this is all about just kind of using the hardware you may have to create and perform a DJ set, because you may be asked to just do like a one-off DJ set somewhere, and you think, well, I ain't got a DJ controller or whatever, but I've got Push and Live, so therefore you can do it with that. So this last one is just going to be a little bit more about MIDI mapping and MIDI mapping the tempo. Because generally what will happen during a DJ set is you will probably gradually increase your tempo as your night goes on. So if you're like doing a 3-4 hour set, you might start at 120 beats per minute, you might end up at 130, 140 or whatever. So there's a couple of ways you can do it. First of all, the simple way is, if you don't mind kind of going between user mode and normal mode, it's dead simple. So if you're performing in user mode and then you want to change your tempo, you've got this is push 1, remember, you've got your dedicated tempo dial here. As you turn that, the tempo is going to go up and down accordingly. If you don't mind doing that and switching between the screens, that's fine. You don't need to watch any more on this one, so it's because that sorts out basically what you would need to do. But if you're wanting to keep it in this mode and have another dedicated button for your tempo, there is a way of doing it. It's not dead straightforward and it's not a perfect solution, but there is a way of doing it. So let's just go into MIDI mapping mode. So the first thing you would kind of expect me to say is we're going to map the tempo dial to the tempo. Okay, so let's do that and we'll see what happens. So we're in MIDI map mode. We're going to click on here. Now the trouble with these is, these encoders, they are touch sensitive. If I just touch it, you can see here it's given me a note of A#2. If I turn it, it does actually change it to a CC value, to CC14. So you'd think, okay, right, I'm probably all right with that then. Come out of MIDI map mode. If I turn the dial, all you see is it's just jumping between this random tempo of 27.71 and 999 beats per minute, which is of no use to anybody. So the way that Push is kind of built and meant to be used with Ableton Live, we can't map any of the dials. They're all touch sensitive. We're going to have the same problem with all of them. So let's just get rid of that. Now, if you are using a different MIDI controller without touch sensitive dials, it's not a problem. You can just map it in the normal way. I've done it with, I've got a Novation Launch Key 49, one of the knobs on there. You just do the normal MIDI mapping, go into there, turn the dial, and it goes up and down perfectly. Not so easy with Push. So what we're going to do is you can do it to any button. I'm going to map it to the right button here, because we've used the up and down buttons for scrolling up and down our scenes. I think if it's on Push 2, I think there are 2 of these, so you can like a layout like that up and down, so you can map it to, like say, whichever one you want. The limitation is we can only map the tempo to go up and not down, but generally that's kind of what you'd want in a DJ set anyway. If you need to go down, you'd have to go to user mode and go back. So I say it's not an ideal solution, but it is a solution. So let's go back into MIDI map mode and we'll go into our tempo and we'll press the button, and that's mapped to that now. So if we come out of that mode, let me just change that, press that button, and we'll see what happens is it's just now jumping from 20 to 999 when I hold my finger down, and again, not really an ideal solution. So we have to just fiddle with the settings a little bit, and this is something that I just came across by accident while I was watching a different tutorial somebody else is on YouTube. So I can't take credit for this, but I will pass on their knowledge. What we need to do is up on here, if we click on here, we get like a mode of our mappings down here. And what we want to choose is this relative in twos comp. Okay, so we're going to choose that. Come out of MIDI map mode. Okay, now when I press the button, right, nothing is happening. So if we go back into MIDI map mode, what we have to do on here is have a difference in our range between, a difference in our range of, because at the moment we're going from 20 to 999. There needs to be a difference of 256. It's something to do with MIDI mapping going up in twos. and that's where that number comes from. So if we change our top number to, because we're starting at 20, so going up 256 will get us to 276. We'll enter that. Come out of MIDI map mode. Now, when we press the button, I'm just going to just take this up because there's a reason why I need to go up here first. If I just go up to 120, when I now press the button, it's now working. Okay, you can see this is now lit up to tell us that it's now using our tempo thing. But if we look at the tempo, when I'm pressing it, it's actually going down. So easily sorted. Go back into MIDI map mode, and all we're going to do is right click on that and invert the range so it goes from 276 to 20. Come back out. And now each press of that button is going to take it up by 1 beat per minute. So let's play a song, see what happens. Have I got these warped is the question. Should have. No, I haven't. Okay. So I ain't going to work if I've not warped it. There we go. Okay, so you can hear that getting faster. Okay, so if I need to go down a lot, I would just go back out of user mode. All right. So that's it. Let's move that out of the way of that up there so you can see it. It's not an ideal solution, and you're probably thinking that was a bit of a pointless video, but it's there. I've just thought I'd include it anyway if people are thinking to themselves, well, why can't I use that dial? You've been trying to MIDI map it, or it's not working for whatever reason. That is the workaround. Like say if you want to just have a dedicated button for taking your tempo up 1 beat per minute. And sometimes the dial can be a little bit fiddly to get it exactly on the 1, so it's actually quite nice just to have, you know, if you need to go up 1 at a time, just to have that button is you know, a reasonable solution for that as well. So hopefully that's of interest. Thanks for watching this series. I hope you've enjoyed it. I'll just keep an eye out for other series coming up in the future. And usual things, if you like my videos, please subscribe, click on the bell so you get notifications when new stuff comes out, and yeah, share the videos around, check out my music on Spotify and all of that kind of stuff, and I will see you in whatever I do next. Thanks for watching. Cheers.